You want me to talk about what?
Your wine and wellness Trivial Pursuit that you did?
It was so much fun. It really well.
Uh-oh.
I
Horribly.
had very competitive attendees. A lot wrapped off and it's
We can't really hear you, Lisa.
so I'm gonna meet up. You can't? Well, now.
You're breaking up real bad. Now is good.
Now's good? Okay.
Yeah. What'd you do?
Okay. So perfect. So I was saying that I had very
Oh no, there you go again.
part that we did. Let me see. I'm gonna try the garage. How about now?
Is your Wi-Fi on your phone? Maybe Wi-Fi is off right now. And it should be
could
on.
be.
Or
Let
maybe
me. Yes. Yes. Well,
Who's got the birds chirping? Is that Sharon?
Well, it's me. Yeah. Thanks for
Beautiful.
making me aware of it. Okay, Michelle, maybe you could share with us. Were you on for the Trivial Pursuit? Wine and Wellness?
Yes, and it was fantastic. They did a really great job. It was a trivia in the beginning where it was a trivia game. And then towards the end, they tied in education on Juice Plus. And it wasn't a lot of slides, maybe 4 or 5 slides about Juice Plus and how they've been able to incorporate. And they shared their stories also. And it was all in under 30 minutes. It was really good. People had wine or smoothies or water, and it was a really fun event.
Wow, you were able to fit in Trivia Pursuit, wine, and wellness.
can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Sorry. My Wi-Fi was off. I went to my garage. I went to my room. And hopefully you don't hear breaks now, right?
Looks good.
No, it's good.
Perfect. So I was saying, girls, be quiet, please. I was saying that we had very active participants on Wednesday. At the very end, we raffled off a $15 Starbucks gift card and one of our complete shakes. And after this call, I'm going to meet up with the winner and see if we can convince her to join our mission because she's very active in our community. Like she joins a lot of our events. So Michelle has been working her. And then I told Michelle, I will complete this task to get her on our team.
I think you're definitely up for it. What do you think you're going to say to her?
I'm going to say that well, for one, she uses our products, not consistently, but she does. But that as much as she believes in the products, it should be like, we believe in her and we really feel that we could support her in this journey to make it something that she will flourish with, from personally to impacting the world. And I'm going to talk from the heart when I see her. I'm going to be like excited to give her her prize and just really emphasize on how many benefits she can gain from doing this with us.
I love that. I love that. And that you guys will support her and all that. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
I just want to make a couple of announcements before Doug and some other people are talking about social media follow-up. So today is the 16th. Okay, we have about 2 weeks left of the business month. So anyone who is almost a qualification, make sure you qualify this month because you'll get an extra $50 bonus. Okay, there's that. Also, we received the preferred customer genealogy report. Check that for declined credit cards. You know, it's always a good thing, especially toward the end of the business month, because once it goes past 30 days, you pretty much are out whatever money you were going to get paid on that order. Plus, it's a little difficult when and I'm the worst, okay? I have somebody who has not paid for her tower garden and her father's tower garden for 4 months. That's an icky call for me to make, to say, by the way, I need your credit card information. you know, we haven't received a payment for 4 months. Like, I really should have picked up on that somehow. And the company is going to be getting better about letting us know those things. So that's another thing. Second thing was check your genealogy report. And then I know I didn't go on the Blitz this week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I know I need to make time to cordon off, like with a timer, to make sure I put in time that's really focused. And I just want to encourage you guys to do the same. I always used to do it growing up in the business. Just set the timer. You're going to be happy that you got a bunch done within that amount of time. So make sure you cordon off or time block some time just to think, okay, I'm going to go at it, you know, and really work on this business. And then for those people who are new, I'm not sure we have that many people who are new right now. I just wanted to make sure everybody knows, you know, those worksheets on thefreedomrevolution.com are really good for seeing what is my next position, what do I need to do. There's some videos also. So thefreedomrevolution.com, password revolution, and under compensation, there are worksheets for each position and videos for each position. Tomorrow we will be focusing on the newer people, so let's invite new people to tomorrow's Lunch and Learn at 12. Those are my announcements. Can't hear you, Dougie.
I was just saying they were great announcements. You really knocked it out of the park.
That's right. Great to
So
see
has anybody done anything with our social media information, or after thinking about it for a few days, has anybody done anything different or excited, got some ideas about what to do different, things like that? Let's have more of a discussion. So we learned about social media. Today we want to discuss it more, then maybe even get into some examples of like, how do I follow up on posts in order to convert my posts into conversations and then convert conversations into sales. So who's doing what and who's excited about something new that they learned?
So I did a question on my Facebook page and I asked people if they knew how many servings of fruits and vegetables they needed every day. And then I was going to post the answer the next day at the same time. So it was kind of like, you know, whoever the first three who answered correctly would get something in the mail from me. And that was kind of fun because, you know, I think it got a lot of good feedback and it got people interested in it. And what I'm going to do is send out samples to them. And actually I decided to do all of the people who answered. I'm going to send them some samples in the mail.
Cool. So let's kind of take a look at your post. You got this on the Juice Plus site, right? On
yeah, I got it on Freedom Revolution.
Freedom Revolution. Okay,
It's on Insights too.
that's what I was thinking. Insights, yeah. And she did some hashtagging. Did you do this on Instagram also?
No, I didn't. I'm terrible at Instagram. I need to get better. I should do that. So I think I'll do it another time on Instagram, but no, I didn't.
Yeah, I'm terrible on it too. So she's getting answers. Let me ask you this. So she got 21 responses. She said, what's your best guess? You can't look it up. You know, how many fruits and vegetables should you eat? And she offered prizes. That's cool. So are these, I don't recognize a lot of names. So you're getting regular people, not just juice people, right?
Yeah, which that was my intention. And I'm glad that, because a lot of these people, some of these people are customers, but many of them aren't. So this is a great opportunity for them to get introduced to the product. And so I'll just send them if they are customers, I'll just send them what they don't have. In other words, I have some bars, I'll send those out as well as some of the omegas, which I actually have a question for you. Does anyone send out omega samples? And if so, how do you do it? Because they're squishy.
I don't.
No.
I let people try them when they're around me and that's it. I take
Yeah.
full bottles. Whenever I go places, I take full bottles and I let whoever I'm visiting try all the products while I'm there. They see me take them, they see me live on them, and then I let them try them if they want them.
That's cool. The tough thing with and I learned this from Sharon, the tough thing with like sending omega samples is, let's say you send them four capsules, you know, and they're going to take them for 2 days. It's, you have to wonder, you know, you may not feel anything in 2 days, and they may not know anything about it. So I guess the point of taking it will just to see that they're not fishy, or that they can swallow them okay, or something like that, I guess, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in fact, I wanted to send them out to a friend of mine who says, actually, I wrote to her, or sent her a message, and I said, do you currently take an omega? And she said, yes, I do. Why should I kind of said, I told her that we have an omega through Juice Plus, because she actually was a customer at one time and I want to get her back. And so this was my way to kind of make that connection. And she said, why should I take yours? And so I sent her this whole description of how we take the fish out of it. And I want to send her some samples so she can try them, but I'm trying to figure out how to do that.
You'd have to
I
find.
have an idea. Let me go get it and I'll show you guys.
Yeah, I thought about like I don't know, like an individual, you know how you put your vitamins in those capsules?
Freaking like a little round thing.
Right.
Or a little pill thing.
You put it in a small little Ziploc and then put a bubble wrap around it in an envelope.
Yeah, that's an idea.
I'd put a cotton ball with it.
Oh, what is that, Stacey?
So these are little containers I bought off of Amazon, and they have a little plastic like lid on the inside too. And I've done a couple of events where we use just a clean lotion, like face cream, and then add 2 omegas to it and stir it up, and they get to go home with like some omega face cream. So I thought of actually doing this with my for my customers, and putting 2 omega capsules in here, just putting them in there, and then mailing this to them with the little recipe card of whatever face lotion they have and want to use. And I can give some suggestions, and then they could put that in there. You can also use coconut oil. So you could tell them they could put coconut oil in it too, but it's great for like sunburns and mosquito bites, rashes, like even just allergy rashes or eczema. But I put it on my face every day, and morning and night, and I love it. So I was thinking, if I don't know how much it is, but it's hard enough, it's not going to get crushed in the mail. And then it would hold 2 capsules, omegas, easily. I'll even show you. But that's an idea, some sort of plastic container.
Yeah, I looked on Amazon last night, but I couldn't find anything. So I don't know if you have the link. That would be great. Thank you.
They easily fit in there.
Cute.
Let me see.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And if you buy them in bulk, then it's even cheaper. So I can give you the name. I don't see a packing slip in here, but I can give you the name. I'll type it in the chat. But like I said, if you buy them in bulk, they're super, because there's so many of them. But I like that it has this little lid that keeps it from leaking. Like if it's coconut oil, it shouldn't leak. Not that I would mail it with coconut oil, but like I take my little container and I mix just a little bit, because if you mix a whole big batch, it will go rancid and it just starts to smell. So I just do a little one. I probably use one a month, maybe every 3 weeks. But I'll
That's
put
pretty
the
cool.
ones.
Yeah, I love that. Thank
And
you,
for-
Stacy.
For you guys watching replay on Facebook, I think it's cool. Just and this is exactly what we want to do here is just to take it from the point of Kristen did a post. She follows up with people with prizes, which is really stuff she has laying around anyway, kind of most of it, right? So it's just another way to engage. So instead of just throwing a post up that says, eat more kale, and and that's it, she's engaging with the response. So that's what we want to do. We need more ideas about that. So
So
let's
she asked a question. That was good. Always try to ask a question if you can.
absolutely. All right, how about somebody else that's applying something that they learned, or something they're excited about, or something they're going to do, something like that?
I can talk for a second. Can you hear me?
Oh,
Who is that?
No,
Is that
not
Lonnie?
you, babe. That's Lonnie. Hi. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I figured you were going to talk. I see you doing some stuff online. I have some questions for you. Go ahead.
So, okay, good. So maybe someone can help me, because I decided this week that I was going to try a different strategy almost every day and sort of just see what stuck for me. And I'm still really feeling like that I'm having, like, so I took what Kristen wrote and I did it as well. Same thing, copied her post. I just don't get the same engagement that I find. That this is a struggle that I'm having. When I think I'm posting something that's going to create conversation, it doesn't happen. When I post something that I'm just like, oh, let me share this statistic or whatever, I get so much conversation. And it's like the opposite of what I would intuitively think. Like I posted today, right? So it's about the story. It's about being vulnerable. It's not just about saying a statistic or sharing a graphic, right? So I've been trying to create that conversation or being vulnerable. Like I posted a picture today of my fridge, and the inside of my fridge today happens to have a lot of takeout in it, and I was like, can't believe that this is the recap of what like my week looks like with my picture of my fridge. Like this is literally like, and I did my meal prep and I planned and I whatever. I'm so grateful my powders, whatever I said, right? Nothing, not one post. And in my head, I was like, that's such a great post. Here I am giving them insight into my fridge. Most of the people know what I do for a living, like nothing, flat. So I'm trying to put up new things, but I really haven't figured out what works for me and my audience yet.
Yeah.
I think you have a number of messages in there. Do you
What
want
do you
to
mean?
for?
The number,
You said Friday.
meaning I wrote too many things in one post.
Yeah, I mean, I think so.
Okay.
Where's on
I
the
think
Friday
you
one?
want people to post a picture of what their fridge looks
I
like.
just wrote it this morning.
Also, somebody told me that I didn't have mine on public. Even though I was posting public, I think there's another thing.
Oh.
I don't know where that is.
Can I
Okay,
say something
that's
to Lonnie?
interesting. Yeah, please.
So I think Fraser Brooks said this, that I don't judge. I don't judge responses by people anymore by like how successful the post is, because people are seeing everything you're doing. And I think it's not one post. I think it's the collection of posts that is what makes an impact. And I think being consistent, like I'm trying to be more consistent because I get inconsistent because social media tends to make me emotional and tick me off. So that's like my struggle is being consistent. But what I have found personally for me is that when I post something that I don't get a lot of engagement, instinctively want to, oh my gosh. Did you guys hear that?
It's okay.
Okay. I instinctively want to take it down so people don't see I had a floppy post. But at the same time, I know that one person could have saw that. I'm just looking for one person to connect with that wants to buy Juice Plus. And it usually happens not right there at that post. It will happen the next week. Like it just happened. Somebody said, I want to buy the shakes. I know it was from me posting about them over and over. But I don't know exactly what post it was, or I don't know what it was. Does that make sense? I just think you keep
Yeah, no,
doing what
I think that's a
speaks to
really solid
you
point.
in your heart, and like don't worry
Totally.
about.
I agree
I
with you.
think it's a really solid point. I'm certainly not trying to make every post be a winner, but what I am doing right now is almost like an experiment to see which, like my goal is not necessarily to talk about Juice Plus every time. It's to create engagement, to create conversation on social media, right? That's everyone's goal. I'm just kind of still like floored by what I did a live last night with an interview that I thought was great. Crickets, so it's just interesting to me, and I'm just trying to figure out, is it the way I'm writing it? Is it the time of day I'm posting it? Is it because, again, I'm just gonna keep trying different things and to see what works, but I'm not getting necessarily like discouraged that it's not happening. I'm just trying to figure out the why so I can modify it. Does that make sense?
Hey, Lonnie, that's a great point you just brought up about time of day, because I think that really affects what engagement that we get. Because and Sharon, I think I mentioned this to you, but my sister-in-law, she's a marketing teacher, and she said she'd be happy to come on a Lunch and Learn and talk to us about how to post on social media.
That'd be great.
But one of the things she told me was you have to look at who your target audience is, and if you are targeting moms with kids or that kind of market, then you want to make your posts post things like right around the pickup from school time, so right around like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, because that's the time when the parents are in line waiting for their kids to get out of school. They may have a couple of minutes that they can look on social media, or like anytime from maybe after bedtime, like 8 to 9 o'clock, that time too kind of helps. But I have noticed that when I do post around 2 to 4 o'clock, I do get a little more engagement, but I don't get a ton of engagement. The other thing I wanted to note was that the girls and I were out to dinner one night and recently, a couple of days ago, and a girl came up to us that I hadn't seen in forever, and she said, I just want you to know that I love your live posts. I love the cooking with your daughters, and you guys are doing great. And it was somebody that never had commented, never had liked any of the posts, but obviously she's watching. So I think a lot of people tend to not, they tend to not react or tend to not comment, but they are listening. So
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
Oh, it's about you two. Trying to figure out that discrepancy maybe between engagements. I feel the same way about mine, Lonnie, sometimes. Kristen, how engaged are you with other people's posts, like commenting, liking, and things like that?
So I have been much more since I've listened to Fraser Brooks and how he tells us that we need to really engage, not just like other people's posts, but also comment on them. And the comment really should be, like an actual sentence, 5 or more words.
Yeah.
And I think that that's really interesting because I have noticed that my engagement has increased since I've been doing that. And one of the other things I wanted to note real quickly is that all of my live posts, anybody who likes my live post, I will go back to them on a private message and say, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate that you liked my post. How are you doing? You know, kind of start that conversation. And that has been really great for me too, to have these extra connections and a unique way of kind of getting to that Juice Plus conversation.
Yeah, so you are engaging. I've noticed the same thing for me. Like since I've been sick and Daniel went away and there's been all these distractions for like the last 3 or 4 weeks, it seems. My engagement is less when I'm not part of the community as much. So I don't know, Lonnie, do you feel real strong about how you're engaging on other people's posts? Or could that be part of the what would improve yours?
I think that's a really good step. I tried to comment on other people's. Am I frozen?
A little
Can you hear me?
bit. Go ahead and
Moving?
mute your video for
Yeah.
a second. That might help.
No. Can you hear me?
Now we hear you. In and out. All we hear is you say, "Can we hear you?"
Wait, hold on one second. Can you guys hear me?
Now we got you. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what just happened. Sorry, I don't see you. Oh, there. Okay, I just moved rooms. I don't know what happened back there. Just so I do think, so to what Kristen said, it's a really good point, is I don't go back and private message anybody and create conversation like that. And I'll respond to people's posts, but I really don't think I thank them enough for responding onto my post and comment on their comments, kind of thing. So I think that that's probably my big lesson for right now. Okay, sweetie. Sorry.
Well, what I'm talking about
One
though,
second.
and I think Kristen is too, and Fraser was talking about, is not even about your posts. Hey, it's not even about your posts.
Yeah.
It's more about being engaged with your friends, like whoever you're engaged with, like going on their timelines, getting involved in their lives. That's going to make your stuff show up on their timeline more. So I
Yes.
think.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I think
Okay.
people that are more like social butterflies on social media are getting more engagement, whereas people that are just posting it up and then they're relying on their own posts to kind of carry it are getting a little bit less.
Yeah, the formula that he said, I don't remember what he said on Wednesday. Maybe someone could remind me that somehow there's some formula that when you engage on their post that there's an algorithm on Facebook that then they show up on yours.
Yeah. So that might be
Yeah, so
something
that
to
was
think
new.
about,
That was
'cause,
new to me too.
yeah, some people just have more engagement, and I always just thought, they were more popular or something. But it might be that I'm not just engaging with other people as much. And I do agree with what I thought the same thing Arlene said, Lonnie, and it's not that it's right or wrong, but I think in that post, when you say that's why I value my plant powder so much or whatever, that takes it from just a question to like, oh, that's a sales post.
Well, it's so funny. So I literally had this conversation this morning with Landon. I was like, should I keep that in or should I take it out? And he's like, well, isn't that just keep it in? And I was like, well, I feel like I don't want to be always talking about Juice Plus, and not that I am, but like, so we had just made this decision to keep it in, but it was a thought that it was a little bit too much in that post and that it probably could have been better off without it. So I'll stick to my gut next time. Yeah. No, I had the same one.
Yeah. First of all, what Kristen said, that was so valuable, Kristen. And also, I'd like to reiterate what Jules was saying, because I think that is extremely important that we remember it's not about our posts. But we spend a lot of time figuring out, what's the right way to put it and and that really doesn't matter to them. What matters is that you're consistent, you're posting, and hi. and responding and making those comments and having a connection, having a conversation with everybody, and not expecting anything in particular. But I think what she said was perfect, I thought.
Hey Doug, if I can make a quick comment on Kristen's post. So I saw that post earlier this week and I loved it so much I stole the idea and did one on my page. Kind of a cool story, and I didn't realize this. When you post it as a public post, if someone comments on it that happens not to be your friend, their friends somehow see it and get a notification. So like Merjam commented on Soap Loss Setters, whatever the case was. Well, her friend saw that and she commented, some lady from Seville, or her name's Seville, who turns out she's in the Netherlands, and she actually won the guest. So now I'm in a conversation with a lady from Netherlands that I don't even know. How crazy is that? And on, I want to mention also on Jules with the Fraser books and the likes and the comments. So I did a live, I want to say it was last week sometime. And it was like, for me, like a total bomb. Like no one was talking, no one tuned in, like no one really commented. It was a mess. In fact, I think I only had one comment. And it was like the trainer Mary from the town, who turns out she listened to my entire video to know that I didn't say anything about her exercise class. And she had to comment that I didn't say anything about her exercise class. So no one really liked it or commented, but then I got a bunch of private messages. One was from a guy that my husband's best friend from Mount Carmel's brother. How do I even know this guy's looking at my post? And he asked me about Juice Plus, and he said he takes this vitamin and he takes this other weird thing called, like, I don't remember, some weird thing with this, like a garlic thing that some pharmacist told him to take, and asked for my recommendation. Then a lady that I went camping with, that's my mom's friend, commented on it, or sent me a private message and asked me about it, because I'd mentioned it to her a year ago when we went camping, but she completely forgot about it. So just to echo what the girls are saying, just because no one is commenting doesn't mean they're not watching. So I think it had like 200 views or something. And from that, I got 3 different people who emailed me, and another one was one of my customers who actually mentioned something. Kind of interesting.
How do you know if it's private or public? I know that's probably a ridiculous question to ask at this point.
In the settings at the top,
Yeah, I'm there.
it says like post privacy.
So you just do it per post, not necessarily in your
I do
settings
it
in the
per
background.
post.
You do it per post.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right there at the top, there's like a little, you can see the little dots.
Yeah.
Those little 3 dots. If you click those and say edit privacy, you
Got
can
it.
change it to public, friends, friends except strangers.
Got it. Okay.
But
Thank
doesn't
you.
it stay? I mean, if you're posting privately all the time, it's going to ask you if you want to change it. But if that's the way you, or if you're posting publicly all the time,
Yeah.
I never change it. It's always public because I never changed it.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like when I post pictures of my kids. I always say friends except strangers.
Mhm.
That this is me though.
My kids are in their 50s, so what can I say?
Nalani's kids will fight somebody.
But I get it though. That's very wise to keep it private.
Nalani,
we
you
could-
look like you're in your
Go ahead.
50s. How could you possibly have children that are
Exactly.
in their 50s?
I was just thinking that too, Stacy.
Beautiful.
Cool. Well, I'd love to hear maybe another example. Maybe somebody has a post they've shared. I thank you, Kristen, for creating 30 minutes of conversation from that one post. Maybe somebody else has another one or another idea or something else we can. Again, we're trying to figure out. We can do posts. We learned how to do posts, but we might have questions about the posts, the engagement, or how do we follow up? How do we convert those into something useful? So let's hear some more stories.
I can only
I
talk
have a
about.
question.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
sorry. I have a question. Do anybody, when you get your post and you have a lot of, like you may have a few comments, but you have tons of likes. Do you ever respond to the people that actually like your post? Like, how do you engage on those people who like your post instead of making a comment?
I always thank them, for liking the post. Just like she said, I thank them for liking the post, and then I ask a question. Because if I don't know who they are or know what they're about, I go to their timeline and check them out and see, oh, wow, whatever, they have children, or, they like sports. So then I'll ask them a question, based on what the post was about. And that starts the conversation.
So you would actually say, thank you for liking my post, and then grab something from what they're posting about to
Yeah.
make it connect?
Yeah, it depends. I ask a question. I thank them for liking my post, and I might say something else about the post, and then ask a question, either based on the conversation of the post or based on what's on their timeline. But it's just a question that gets them engaged, so that I always remember, people don't care what you know until they know that you care. So I think that was from Hester. I wanted to say Charlton Heston, from from Gordon, from Gordon Hester, right? But anyway, so it's all about them. I ask them a question and draw out the conversation, start the conversation when I'm doing it. I haven't been doing it so much. This is helping me get back to social media.
Yeah, so let's hear some other ideas. So like some of our other social media focused people, where you, like T said, you do a post and maybe somebody just even likes it. Do we do anything with the likes? If so, how do you follow up? What is your approach? Or when there's a comment, how do you engage them better with that?
That's just a door opener for me. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. That's just a door opener for me. And I'm trying the hashtag thing on Instagram. So I'm still trying to get my 25 hashtags. I think I have about a dozen right now, but I can tell that it's increasing people following me on Instagram. I'll be able to see my count go up. And I like Instagram because I can look at the bottom. They have a new thing now where you can see who's looking at your post, how many people go to your page because of that post, all sorts of like analytical things on every post. So I really like it. I'm really liking that. I'm learning a lot. They don't offer it on Facebook. You have to buy it on Facebook. So that's where I'm loading everything into Instagram and watching there, but it's a different audience and you can talk to them differently on Instagram.
Are you set up as a business on Instagram, Gwen?
What?
Are you set up as a business or an individual?
No, just an individual on there. But everything is public. Years ago at one of our conferences, I don't remember who it was, but they said just get over it and make everything public. So when it comes to your kids, of course you have to protect that your own way, but so everything on my page is public too, because my child is an adult. So she's not on social media, so she doesn't care.
So Gwen,
Right, so
do
your
you
page
post
is
automatically from your Instagram into your Facebook, or do you just do Instagram?
I do both, and some of them, yes, I do, but I don't like the square pictures on Instagram on my Facebook. I prefer the big picture on Facebook. So sometimes I do it backwards so that I can get a better picture on Facebook than I get on Instagram.
So Gwen,
Right,
I
and
asked you that. Oh, I'm sorry, Kristen.
Oh,
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, Michelle. Well, the other thing that Fraser Brooks said about that was that maybe it wasn't him, it may have been someone else, said that you don't necessarily want the same information on both, because then people stop.
Yeah, you can't, right. Instagram, you can totally put more business-like posts on your page and on your wall than you can on Facebook. Facebook, if I do a bunch of business stuff on there, it's all crickets. Facebook is about building relationships, being friends, seeing your family, being family. They do not want to be sold on Facebook. They know what they want, and you need to be their friend first. You've got to be that person first on Facebook. Now on Instagram, you can sell them a little bit on there, and they're cool. They'll just scroll right on by. If they don't like the picture, nope, they don't. You won't see any action on it at all. But it's not about that. They still know it's there. They still reach out. They still come to you. You have to be that source. You're just trying to build that thing that people know they can come to you.
Where on Instagram do you look at that? Somewhere in settings?
To be on public or private?
No, because all my accounts are 100% private. But I want to see if even if I'm private, the engagement statistics.
It should be at the bottom of every post in like blue letters. It says, let me look.
So Gwen, that's why I asked you, are you set up as an individual or a business? Because what happened at one point, Instagram had recommended that I become a business page. And then I saw all these stats and I was like, what? And then I was like, I don't want this. And I went back to being a personal, like individual page. When you're a personal individual page, you don't see that.
Right. Yeah. I think you have a business page because
I must have it set up. Yeah. But it really
public.
does help. It does help. But not on, it's free. So I don't pay for this, it's just, and it works fine. It works fine for me.
Right. So I think you have a business page on Instagram.
Yeah.
You upgraded it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because on each post, then you'll see that. But in like the settings area, there's, I guess, like a chart that might say, I'm trying to find it on my Instagram, but all right.
It helps a lot.
I did my first reel on Instagram today.
Oh, what the heck is that?
I saw that.
The 15-second video.
Jules, what does that mean? Because are you able to start and stop
Keep
it?
talking, and we'll go look at Jules' reel.
It's on my stories. I don't know if you can see stories on the computer. I think I might share it to my page though. I don't know a lot about it. I hopped on. I haven't looked up anything about it. I just did it myself. So I don't know. So go up, click on my picture. Can you see my story? Okay, so then the next one is my reel.
It was a good day. Not much to do, but just stay around. Yeah, it was a good day. But I'm so glad the sun stayed.
Oh, so it's like a TikTok, but not.
Yeah, I don't know TikTok.
A reel lets you take
like
short, like bursts of video or something?
Yeah, I think it can be pictures or video. And it's real easy to do because you take the first one and then it just saves it. And you take the next one and it saves it. But there's lots of other things you can do with speed and sound and stuff I haven't figured out yet. But I just think people are they're having less and less attention spans. And I don't know. It's kind of crazy to think of what it's going to be like in the next couple of years. But I guess we have to kind of keep up with what's keeping people's attention, what's grabbing their attention and keeping their attention. And even though I think Instagram has it figured out, how long is that? I think it's 20 seconds maybe, or
yeah,
that's it. I couldn't do any more. That was it. And so like, they know, they're like, that's it. That's all you got. Cause that's all people got. But it's cool if you can figure it out that make something that people are like, oh, what's that? We'll see.
Reels can be 15 or 30 seconds. You can choose which one.
Okay.
Like mine was 30 seconds.
Let's look at Arlene's.
I'm gonna try that with massage first. I can't mess that up. Instead of cooking.
Did you get to pick the music?
Yeah, you can
choose. Yeah,
music.
You pick.
You can use your voice.
I can't figure out if you can use different music for different clips or different. I wanted it to say protein pancakes at the end, but I only could get it throughout the whole video. So I have to do some work, but I like these. I saw Katie Wren. You got to look at hers because I saw hers and I was like, this is actually a good one.
So scroll down, this one on the left, Doug, with whoever's controlling. That's the last reel I did. Right below that one. No, not that one. Right, that one. To turn the volume.
Five, four, three, two, one,
Yeah, I can just watch it over and over.
That's awesome.
It's
Look
Instagram
how-
version of
I mean,
TikTok.
obviously, she's working on it. I mean, she's got all
You have
her
to
little
cook,
categories set up.
That is awesome.
She's linked over to ArleneJoseph.com.
That actually goes to Juice Plus.
Yeah.
ArleneJoseph.com goes to Juice Plus.
Awesome.
And look at her pictures are very beautiful.
Oh, look at those cherries.
And you
And
can
this-
just tell by the photos that she's balancing her posts.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
She does a good job of mixing it up with inspiration, with fitness, with food, with family. I'm not, it's pretty impressive. And then all this.
The people who are not as good at this, Dougie, like me.
What?
I mean, I don't want people to be discouraged because not everybody.
No, I mean, I think it's, well, here's the thing. I know we're studying about it because we can get better.
It's something to reach for.
I don't know. Well, let's put it this way. People that are making 5 figures a month and above don't necessarily have a better Instagram. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm not saying. Then again, people making 5 figures and above right now probably built their bulk of their business before this was a major factor. So
Right.
that's really what I'm wrestling with right now, is wondering how much it really matters. And I kind of thought that it didn't matter that much as long as I was getting enough leads, but I think it does seem like the world's kind of going in this direction. But I just don't. I think it would be a bad thing if people. I think some people are thinking that if they build an awesome Instagram, they're going to have an awesome business, and that there may not be a correlation there. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's one skill.
Right.
You know, so
It's one out of many. It's one out of many. Yeah.
It's something in your toolbox, and there's some people that don't have a great Instagram or a great social media, but they're still adding lots of team and adding lots of customers. So, I think it's what you love doing. Some people love doing live events. Other people want to just be on Zoom and do social media and not show pictures of themselves. It still works, you know? And so even though Heather was echoing, she said she was echoing me, I'm going to echo myself, I guess, because I didn't feel like I said it. But I think you have to do you. And it's the people that are trying too hard that ends up making you, you don't want to be like a unique distributor or something, where it's like flash sale, Friday, flash sale. So just be careful of the way we post, because sometimes it can go to the flash sale zone, and I think that's going to turn people off. Although I see people with flash sales also going on free trips to the Caribbean, so I guess that must work. But I don't know if I believe it works.
I like the way Fraser Brooks says that he looks through social media news feed and he'll screenshot the ones he likes because he wants to attract people like him. So then he figures out his avatar and what he would post to attract somebody like him. So we could do that too. We could scroll through and take pictures of things we like and then look back and say, oh, I like travel. I like, pictures of, I don't know, nature or whatever. And that might be a bent toward what I would post. I like that idea. I've been really bad. I mean, when I had to look at my last 30, it's all family. I haven't really done a lot of Juice Plus posting, I don't think. Or healthy eating. I think I need to eat healthier to post that.
This something that Fraser and the guy from Juice Plus, I think they both said. I think it's really valuable is the whole looking back at your posts. It's really easy on Instagram, but if it should tell a story, a balanced story. So I think Heather Kenner has another great presence. She's got taglines, certified health coach. I mean, she's got 500 followers, 500 followers. I mean, it's not a huge following, but it's working for her. It's organized. She's probably having fun with it too. Like, I don't know what these things are, but you're probably taking your posts and putting them in a category, I would imagine. And then that creates or are those all stories or were those posts?
Those are all stories.
So
all
if you put them in
stories
that
you
thing,
can have.
they won't disappear forever?
Yeah.
No, they stay there now.
Okay. So I think it's really cool. And when you look at her pictures, we can just see that you see the mom stuff. I mean, if you were to describe her, she's a mom, military wife, healthy, sometimes, maybe some ice cream, but lots of family, lots of engagement. And I think it really tells the story of living life. And I think that's really important. I wouldn't even share mine after that because I don't even know what mine would look like. But I think we can do that. You guys know you can go to Instagram on the desktop, so it's kind of nice. You can see it all.
Would you I'm going into mine right now so I can see what it looks like.
Sorry. I was asking if people think that you should have more than one Instagram for that, because I think back to when I had my Instagram years ago and I wasn't involved in Juice Plus, my story slowly. So would we all recommend then creating a Instagram profile where we can start that journey with our customers and our teams and create that ideal profile for that and get a new look?
I think that's a great question to bring up because that's where some of the coaching we get are from the social media quote experts. And I don't know if they truly understand our business model. You know what I mean? The way we share is not like some separate business. We're sharing as people. We're consumer to consumer. So I think we want to have our personal life mixed in, and we want to have personal relationships and then share Juice Plus with people. So that's very different than maybe like your coaching business, which might have more of a professional presence, and you need to think about how you dress and your image and all this stuff. So that's my opinion, and I do get worried sometimes. I know we are seeing some people. It looks like they're trying to do Juice Plus all properly on social media, but most of the time I don't see them walking the stage as NMDs and stuff. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that's an accurate statement, but some of the people I'm thinking of, we just had the training, nothing against this person or anything, but the lady Danny, who was really impressive at conference. So she does a post heck yeah, I'm going to join a group. I want to see what's up. She's offering some free training from some lady. So I joined the group. I'm trying to figure out, why am I in this group? What is it about? Are they selling me something? I don't know what's going on. But it seems like there's all this effort into marketing something, but I'm not sure what it is. So, I mean, I don't know if any of that makes sense. But I would say that we mix them together.
Doug, I think above all, we have to remember that it's about the conversations.
Yeah.
So if what you're doing is not creating conversations, it's just making you feel like you're doing activity. And you'll know if it's creating conversations because you're getting customer orders and you're getting team. So it's one thing to put a lot of time out into social media. If you can't take it from that to a conversation, you're just putting information out there. People, I mean, it definitely works. People can come back around and they can say, hey, I saw that post. I had a neighbor down the street. We were friends on Facebook. It was at our new house. I didn't know we were neighbors. I was in Walmart and she saw me in Walmart and was like, oh, I love your tower garden. It's so beautiful. And I knew, obviously we're friends on Facebook. And so I just went with it. I had no idea who she was or anything. And I was like, oh, great, you should come over, I'd love to do a salad with you. And like, I had no idea who she was. And she was like, said something about us being neighbors. And I was like, what? And so I said, here, let me send you some videos. And so I got her information and like her phone number so I could send her some videos. And I said, let's do lunch sometime soon. So if you can't take it from the interest to a conversation, you know, to build some rapport and then that connection, it can really suck up a lot of your time. So yes, put information out there. Yes, keep it balanced. Yes, you want to be professional. I mean, Arlene's is beautiful. It looks so professional. And she's, you know, obviously got a great balance on that. So then how, you know, it's not how, it's just do it. Take it from Facebook to a conversation or Instagram to a conversation. That's going to be asking questions and then connect it back to what they're needing through that process.
Thanks for the chairs.
Process to take
Put these on it or things, you know, they flip.
sharing a resource and, you know, following up with them. Like if you don't know what that process is, you're just going to spend a lot of time putting information out there. Sometimes they're going to come back, but if nothing else, what do you do to put yourself face to face with people?
Thank you for summarizing my rambling thoughts, and that's true. Like, so when I say does social matter? Of course it matters, but all that matters is the result. The result is conversations, and that's not going to change. The thing that you know, we have to look out for, not that this happens, but maybe it does a little bit. There's some people that look for a way to like maybe like figure out like, how can I post to not have to talk to people as much? You know, how am I going to generate leads and blah, blah, blah. And it's nobody's built their business that way. And we've been doing this 20 years. And, you know, Sharon quit her job a long time ago. I quit my job 5 years ago. It works. Our system works. So social media is a way to get us having conversations. So that's good.
I like because people know what you're all about before you run into them. You know, like you run into them somewhere and they're like, oh, I see that this and this and this is happening in your world. And it really kind of helps tell a story of what's going on in your life. And then you could pick up conversation from there, you know. So every once in a while posting about Juice Plus, that's all part of it. Or the Tower Garden, it's really, you know, awesome. So I encourage you guys, you don't have to get, like somebody said, just do it. Just talk about what's going on in your life. The more transparent you could be, the better. You know, I love the live videos too. I think people love to watch that rather than TV, right? So, and if it's helpful, if it's a hack, it's an idea, it's a good thing. Well, good seeing you guys. We'll be on here again tomorrow at 12. Invite your newer team members. We're going to talk about what makes our business different. I encourage the leaders to come on. We can have the leaders talk about how to make the most of the business from a new person's point of view. Tips for the newest people. So we'll keep it good for them, their vantage point.
So we don't have time to get into it because we're done for today. But what I just started researching, and I was trying to get it, going to squeeze it in real quick, but I can't. And that is, I wonder what the people on Facebook versus Instagram age demographic wise is. Because I feel like my friends that are my age, like over 50, are on Facebook. I just don't see that they're really engaged on Instagram. But I have a lot of friends that are like 30 to 50 and 30 to 40-year-olds. They're all over Instagram. And it's like as you get younger, you start to see some of them are still on Snapchat. I can't believe that because it's I think they use it for communicating. But now there's TikTok, of course. So, you know, some of the discussion we have, you got to keep in mind. If Sharon and I, most of our friends, like Sharon, your racquetball people, I mean, they're just not on Instagram. But they're all on Facebook. You know what I mean? So I think we have to think about some of that stuff, you know? So I'm going to think about that. And my Instagram looks pretty awesome. I'm pretty excited, actually. I'm motivated. My Instagram's way better than my Facebook. I don't post very much, but it's balanced and it has good pictures. So you guys have inspired me and given me goals. All right. Anybody have any final comments or anything? Sharon, what's up for tomorrow?
I think they know. Anybody want to tell Doug?
Yeah, tell me what's up for tomorrow. I was researching most. I think she already said it. What day is today? Is today Friday?
Who am I? Today's Friday.
I think it's Friday. Okay.
Better.
Oh, tomorrow's a focus on new people.
Right. And
then Monday night's got a really good event. Oh, we don't need to go over all the events.
Yeah, well, I did mention. Did I?
Okay.
Mention it? Oh no, I didn't mention it.
It's gonna be super.
Monday night, 8:30, right? I forget. We're having a club qualifier event. Stacy's speaking on it. Who wouldn't want to be there? Stacy's speaking on it. Kirsten Hood, Julie Herbst, the trifecta about qualifying your business. So get your team on there. And also at the very beginning, we're going to have the recognition video that Julie made for us. So it's her gift to us. And
Nice.
it's really good.
And then next Wednesday after that, we're gonna see how many of them we can get back onto the Lunch and Learn and do some Q&A around getting to the qualifiers and stuff. So super duper. Life is good. We hope you guys have a great Friday. And we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye,
Have
guys.
a great weekend.
Bye. Thank you.
Have a good one. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
See you on social media.
Bye. Have a good weekend. Well, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
I'm gonna do some TikTok dances today.
Do it, baby.
Peace, peace, peace.
See you later, Cleek.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.